Okay, we're live. We're going live. We're going live. There we are. We're live. There we go.
I think
The
we're live.
joys.
Hold
I
on.
think we're live.
Okay, but damn. But
Are you
okay,
there?
I'm here. What,
Yay!
folks? Will Turbid, aka the one and only true reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard and rightful and sole heir to all of his worldly material possessions and the Lambos and the Biddy. Fake Mike. Oh,
Real
caught it.
news.
It's a tag team. It's me and the lovely,
Yes.
intrepid Mrs. J. And
Intrepid's a good word.
we've got a cool setup. I like your background, and
Thank you.
And you've got the purple color. Purple and red are my two favorite colors, so we're rocking it out, man. You're looking fresh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking good, mate. Looking good. Right, let's just get us on there. There we are. There we are. Right. There we go. Am I on?
Because if you don't know what's going on here, I am the one and only reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard. There've been a couple imposters out there, but we put those guys to bed. And Scientology, my church, my dominion, has severely been led astray by the false prophet David Miscarriage, as I call him, because he's an aborted fetus face. Okay, maybe that. Okay, let's see if let's try to keep it. That YouTube friend, he's a terrible piece of trash, and he's running the station into the ground. And from time to time, I will float down from the Oort cloud and have the lovely Mrs. J, the Empress of the Cat Nebula and beyond,
Absolutely.
kind of keep me in touch with what's going on, because I'm literally like the blue guy from The Watchmen. I'm like Seven Things, Minority Report on other planets here. But I do incarnate in this earthly body every once in a while. Me and Mrs. J have to do that for our underlings. So you're welcome. Your welcome's in the chat. Thank you's in the chat, guys. But yeah, Mrs. J, first and foremost, how's everything doing with you? You're looking great in this earthly body. And
thank you.
What has been going on lately with the Church of Scientology? Let's do a little bit of catch up first.
No worries. Meanwhile, back at the Scientology situation. It's been quite crazy, really. Hence why I was like, right, we need to have a catch up because things have gone absolutely like all over the place, everywhere. And I thought, you know what, it's time for us to have a little catch up. And as you are the one and only L. Ron Hubbard, I feel like it's my duty to inform you of some of the stuff that has been going on down here. And we have things like we've had protests in LA. We've had protests in Adelaide. We have had protests in New York. We have had protests in Clearwater. We have a protest in Oregon. And we have had protests here in the United Kingdom. So it's like, right, I've got to let you all know what's going on. It's really exciting stuff. Plus, there's a lot of other stuff going on as well. Like in between all of that, there's ex-Scientologists, there's Mike Rinder, there's what's happened today. I've actually got some mega news that's just happened today. Would you like that first?
We got breaking news. Well, let's.
We do. I haven't even told you yet. Let's
save that for last, so people stay tuned.
Okay.
Let's first talk about a little bit about why people are protesting Scientology now across the globe. This has happened quite a few times before, most notably with the start of the computer hacktivist group Anonymous. But we haven't seen much activity in terms of protests. We've seen a few people and a few small protests over the years. But what is causing the resurgence of protesting now in 2024 at these global Scientology centers?
I think people have got balls. I think people have gone, you know what? I can do this. I have a camera. I can live stream. I can show the world exactly what's going on. Does this sound familiar, Will? And you know, Will and I have been doing that. We did this 2.5 years ago now. You know, nearly 3 years ago that we started our crazy mission. In fact, it is 3 years since we started this project together. But the I know it's mad, isn't it? I think it's 3 years ago. But I'm delighted to say that people have gone, I've got a camera. I can go and actually show people on TikTok, on Instagram, on Discord, on YouTube, on Facebook, what is happening and how these people are being treated in these different areas. Plus, we can also see there's nobody there. There's no one there. There's just like there's no Scientologists left. They've vanished. So, you know, this is really, really exciting. And the protests have been phenomenal. There was one that really, really touched me a couple of weeks ago. That was what I would call it's called the list, and it's all the children that have been in Scientology, who have left Scientology, and maybe their parents have left, or they've lost loved ones through the abuse of Scientology and what's happened to them as individuals. And so now we've had what happened with the Danny Marston thing, which was really exciting as well. That man's gone to prison. Bye. And the snowball effect that has been going on has been amazing. And I'm so proud. I'm so proud, Will, that, you know, I am. I'm really proud about it all.
End this job. Everyone go over to Mrs. J's channel. If you can put the link in the chat, guys. I'll also put it in the chat over on my tablet here as well. And it's going to be in the description of this video for you guys. But Mrs. J, she's been on this for a long time. Like I just alluded to, she was there before the whole everything dropped off for years. And then she not only was she there before that, but she was continuing to do her work in between that time when nobody was there to pick up that mantle. So she's done amazing work, and it is good to see things paying off. I don't know if it's the age of Aquarius. It's definitely combined with your work, but it is amazing to also see, and like you said, being courageous is contagious, right? And so one person, hey, I could do that too. You know, that's how I started. And it is really amazing to see, because for the longest time I thought this had all kind of died down a little bit. So that's going on. So where are these protests being held? Are they at Scientology centers across the thing? And what's been going on with these protests? I'm sure that they vary amongst the different locations.
Absolutely. There's one at La Poubelle, which is a restaurant owned by Scientologists over in LA. The LA org itself, Big Blue, that's been protested. Hello. Oh, Futo, it's so lovely. I'm saying hello to everyone in the chat, and I've just spotted Futo, and I haven't seen him for ages. So good to see you, mate. Hey guys, hey, lovely to see you all. So it's just really, really exciting. Here in the UK, we have protested at East Grinstead, which is where Saint Hill is, which is the HQ of Scientology here in the United Kingdom, and we smashed that out the park. And we're also going to be protesting on Wednesday the 13th, just coming up this week, and that's really exciting as well. So that's going to be at 12 p.m. London org this Wednesday. And this one, you can get hold of the information. I have it written down. So that I don't forget because of my brain. Right, there it is.
Share the video. Make sure you subscribe to Mrs. J's channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Guys, like this video, share this video, and go on to Facebook. My Facebook is just like completely destroyed for the second time. So join all the Scientology groups. Share this information with them, because I want them all to follow Mrs. J's channel to see all the goodies that she's been working on. And I want them all to check out IamLronhubbard.com as well. So yeah,
thank you.
Oh, you got it right up on screen. Amazing. Tell people.
Yeah. I've got lots of things I've written them all down, so that, because I don't remember stuff, I've written stuff down for this. So so going back to, if I tell you about Wednesday, this is fake. That way. This is Fake Mike Real News. You can find him on YouTube, on Instagram. You're on TikTok as well, aren't you?
I'm everywhere. Fake Mike Real News.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. I'm everywhere.
And also, I'd like everyone to subscribe to Local Experimentalist and also Apostate Alex. Local Experimentalist is going to kindly go to the protest for me, because if you don't know me already, I am a disabled lady and I can't really walk very far. So Local has kindly offered to go there for me and be my representative, and I'm so proud of that, which is thank you Local for that. Apostate Alex, if you'd like to subscribe to him, you can find him on YouTube, on Rumble, BitChute, and you can find them there. Both of them will be live streaming from London Org this Wednesday, which is very exciting. Fake cupboard, fake mic, real news, fake cupboard. Yeah. Yeah, it's really exciting stuff. I mean, it's for people now to pick up that camera and just expose it is what we want. But what I wanted to talk about with you today was, let me just get it up. Let's go to my thing.
That's what she said.
I wanted to ask the question, because you're over in the States, I'm over in the UK, and protesting is different and able to protest different here in the United Kingdom to you guys over there. I mean, you've been protesting outside Scientology buildings for over 2.5 years now, and
yeah, just
might even be longer than that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was running the original Boston, sometimes Boston, not always, mostly Providence, Million Mask March. I've been doing those since like 2011 at least, or maybe 2012, somewhere around there. I forget, but it's been like over 10 years at this point. Yeah. So we're OGs in this, man, because and don't get us wrong too. We're not just singling out Scientology. We're starting with mine because it's our property first. We got to reclaim our property. You got to take care of within before you can start cleaning up all the other guys out there too. So one thing at a time, guys.
What I'd like to ask is what you think of, we're protesting over in the States. They're going to specific locations over there. What do you think about the idea of actually protesting your local government about it, with the child trafficking and the abuse that's happening in Scientology? Do you think there needs to be more people heading towards their local government where they have a Scientology org? Do you think that needs to be bashed out as well? Do people need to get over there?
Absolutely. We need to get the government involved on a number of levels here, because here's a bare minimum. From the lowest level of government, the police officers, they said they checked up on Shelly Miscavige, but still no one's seen her in how many years has it been now? And it's
about 19 years, I think, something like that.
And we're taking the word of I believe it's the LAPD or LA sheriffs. Both have secret societies, gangs within them. They've both done a whole bunch of corrupt stuff, and we're just taking their word. We're just taking their word for it. So obviously the police aren't doing their job. Maybe, just maybe, you can develop a relationship with, it could even be somebody locally, and your local government, or even if you're not from that state, your city, that country, that's fine. You can still write an email. You can still pick up the phone and have a call, say, hey, I'm very concerned. And then we'll enumerate a few things. And of course, as Mrs. J was about to say too, we always want to keep things polite and cordial. If you've never seen Fake Mike Real News, just to let you know, what do we stand for here? We're trying to create a more altruistic world through nonviolence and the Socratic method. You catch more with honey, with honey than you do with vinegar. So we're just trying to, and trust me, I'm speaking to myself here, but yeah, we need to get as many people involved as possible, because unfortunately in some of the other places, like Clearwater, Florida, for example, I mean, they run the whole town. I've been there multiple times. They own 50, 60 buildings downtown. Their people are in the police. Their people run the restaurants. It's their city, basically, right? And they're giving me a bad name, and I don't like it.
Mark Bunker who is, anti-Scientology, and he has been a councillor down in Clearwater now for a few years. He's just reapplying to be a councillor again. Now, if he gets in, this means he has the opportunity to become mayor of Clearwater, and that's a massive deal. That's a massive deal if that happens. You know, anybody in Clearwater, if you want to vote for Mark Bunker, because he is he has the opportunity, if he gets in again, he can become mayor, which is enormous regarding what's going on with Scientology and the empty buildings that are down there that aren't being used and are just completely vacant. And he can change that around, which would be freaking awesome. But as you say, you're right. I think we need to be doing this civilly, and I think we need to be doing this peacefully. I did see something just then. Yeah. Non-violent civil disobedience works in the end. It just takes time. Absolutely. Hi, everybody, by the way. It's good to see you all. Governments have powers to avenge, citizens doesn't. It's the government's role to exercise those powers when necessary. Absolutely. In the UK, we're quite civilized about it, and we inform our local government what we're doing. We inform the local government and our local MPs if we're going to be protesting outside an org or a Scientology org here in the UK. Slightly different to you guys in the States, because you're all like, you've all got your cameras out and everyone's going for it, which is fine, because that's, it's just a different way of protesting. But I do agree with you. I think there needs to be some sort of non-violence in this, non-aggression, coming at this with love, coming at this with hope, coming at this with information about how to actually get out of Scientology with the support that there is. And there is a support network available to those people, and making those people aware of it. And today a big billboard went up just outside, I think it is in LA, and that billboard is giving the number for people to escape Scientology for the Sea Org members who are in, and they've got somewhere to actually phone secretly, and they can do it with help. And that is the plan. And you can volunteer if you feel that you are able to help someone get out, and maybe someone is trying to get out. Yeah, the Aftermath Foundation. And go on, sorry.
And also, shameless self-promotion here. The Aftermath Foundation can be helped, and you can wear some pretty cool gear too as well.
Oh yes.
About that too. And then also, while we pull that up a little bit too, we're going to get to the new news that we have as well today that I don't even know. It's going to be breaking to even me, which is crazy because I'm omnipotent, I'm omni-powerful, I'm omni-swagged out, right? Everything, but I still don't even know this. So Mrs. J must be a unique creature. She's the one creature I did not create. She's the Eve of my... So that's the twist about this. So you guys are gonna have to stay tuned, because I don't even know about this. And we're gonna also talk about Michael Rinder too. And it's also important, we're talking about the rules of protest. I was trying to look it up while we were talking here. I remember Anonymous had a code of conduct for the way that they would approach, and I can't find it. If anybody could maybe find that and DM it to me. I just did some Google searching and some Brave searching real quick, but couldn't find it. But the rules I always have is, if you go to a protest, obviously rule number one, be nonviolent. And if you see somebody that's saying things that are not what you came there to talk about, or racist or something like that, or someone tries to incite violence or talks about violence, you immediately film that person and you tell everyone, get away, you are not part of this group, infiltrator, cop, whatever. You have to immediately remove those people from the thing, and remind people when you get here, hey, it's all about non-violence, right? We're here to spread a message, and that's important. So yes, my apologies, Mrs. J.
No, it's good. It's a good point, because there's been a lot of hoo-ha in LA regarding violence and non-violence sort of side of things, and that's concerning. It does concern me,
Well, yeah. Do you want to talk about what's been going on in LA recently outside?
Yeah.
Of that's
yeah. No worries. Okay, so we have what I've done is, because I can't put it all, it won't allow me to put all the information up at once. I'm going to have to do it slowly. So we're going to go over it slowly. So Streets LA, the chain of events, and this was Saturday. So this is really hot off the press again. Streets LA, Scientology Streets LA. You can go and subscribe to him. He's quite a character, and he's been through a lot. This weekend, this guy came out of La Poubelle, which is the restaurant owned by a group of Scientologists, and they're protesting out the front. A couple of guys came out. They being protesters from various different live streams and social media platforms, sort of zoomed in on these guys, and they requested that he didn't smoke whilst they were protesting, and the guy blew smoke in Street's face. Yeah, so it was like boom. This in turn created a chain of events, which was one of the girls filming said, "You can't do that. That's assault, you see, and that's blowing smoke in someone's face is a form of assault." Yep. But be prepared, if you're going to protest, stuff like that's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? That's the name of the game. This in turn led to a chain of events that, let's just get it up, where the guy hit Street's phone out of his hand. He was live streaming, and this phone went flying. Everyone was filming it. You can go and have a look at various live streams that happened on Saturday. You'll see all the different angles of this. And then they start to walk away. But they got a bit pissed off. They got pissed off with the protesters raring at them. And because they were a little bit drunk, they U-turned and did that. You know when men do that kind of buffering up, like that, and they kind of bump chests and go, yeah, it's almost like, yeah, that's it, yeah. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. This then created more friction, more aggression, and then the dude elbowed Street in the face, and everyone again was still live streaming. Now, Street at no point did he fight back. He's angry. He shouted, but he didn't touch him. He didn't touch him. He didn't. Then the guy came along. The other guy who was with him, I think we've called him Harry Potter in this. He came on and poof, right around the chops. Streets then takes him down and holds him down, keeps on top of him, holds him down. And whilst that he's being held down, an elbow again hits the guy in Streets in the face, and his nose broke. I mean, like, whilst he was on the floor, whilst they're waiting for the police. So now we're looking at about 15 minutes of time by this point. He's holding him down. They're all roaring and going, ooh, panic, panic. And some idiot with a baseball cap, because I have written it down in here because I was pissed off about it. While Streets was holding him down, the other guy, the only information I have so far is this guy comes under the name of Cuts, isn't there very often. He didn't have a camera on him. But he came and kicked the guy that was on there, and he goes, kick, No, you don't freaking do that. You don't do that. You don't. He was holding him down. He didn't need to. The other guy didn't need to come on and kick him. I know Streets got the elbow in the face, but Streets was doing the right thing, which is just holding him down. Then the police arrive, as I said. The guys, it's all hell breaks loose, and then we see Streets going off to the hospital to have his nose sorted out. Make sure I get all of that right, because I wrote it all down. So, oh yes, and the guy said he had a gun as well. So the guy said he had a gun, I'm holding on to the side going, oh my God, he had and that in the UK is just something that we just wouldn't hear that. We would hear maybe a knife, but the protests are just so different,
That is That's how it is in
Say
the
again?
UK. And in the UK, he's got a spoon.
It's got a spoon and he's gonna spoon you with it. Yes. So yeah, it was quite a big deal. You can see it all live on Street's channel, which is, I think I've got it here. Right. So let me show you what we're talking about, because my computer's all wiggly. That's it. It's better. Right. I'm going to video. No, I'm going to share screen.
Your computer's
there.
Almost.
We go.
Computer's like waffling.
Is my computer waffling?
I just love that UK term.
Right.
It's not as cool
we waffle on, don't we?
Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So what I've done is, this is actually a recording of a recording, and this is from Streets LA's channel. I'm using it for fair use, and he's streaming someone else's, so I thought it'd be easier to do it like this. Can you hear it okay?
Not really. Guys in the chat, can you hear it?
Oh, yeah. Twice.
Yeah, I can hear it now. How's it in the chat? Give me a one if it's good. Food Toys saying no sound. Let's try that again. We're gonna get this video reloaded, guys. If you're just joining, make sure you go find Mrs. J. Tommy, if you could please put Mrs. J's chat in the okay, the sound is good now. Put Mrs. J's channel in the chat, please.
So Streets is in the hoodie with the grey shorts on. And now you see they're following him. They're following, the guys have gone over the other side of the road. They're the ones that have blown smoke in, and he's pissed off. So here comes Harry Potter. Pissed off Harry Potter. Woo, you know. It's not touching him. Oh, I know what I was going to ask, though. Why did he take his jacket down with his shoulders showing like that? What's that about?
That's stupid.
Really
if he would have got right there, you could have not even hit back. He could have not. He's lucky Streets didn't do anything. Because if even a weaker man throws a couple punches at you when your arms are incapacitated, one, you're not stable, and two, you can't throw a punch back, so you're pretty much effed. You catch one of these rings right in your throat, bro. You're done for a little bit. This is crazy, bro.
So what time do you think the LA
Harry Potter
too?
Yeah, look at this Harry Potter.
For literally not throwing a punch.
Damn.
Never once did I throw one.
Are you serious right now?
I'm being serious. They might. You never know.
Streets isn't even sure if he's going to get arrested.
Right? I never once threw not one punch.
And he might get arrested.
Yeah.
Dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yo, this guy's got some dope Air Maxes on, too. That's sharing this video. Got good taste. I believe those are the 97. It's a cool, funky colorway, too. Wow. Yo, this guy is such a weird dude, yo. He doesn't even want it. He's just backing up. He's pretending like he wants it, but then he's backing up. He's just so mad. He can't control his emotions. This guy looks like...
Yeah, Harry Potter can't control his emotions.
Last in LA.
It looks like Horatio Sands from Saturday Night Live is playing Harry Potter. Fat Harry Potter.
Let's see how long he lasts in LA.
Let's see how long he lasts in LA. What's the dude? Hi, bro. He's so weak. What the hell? And these are all like attendees to the thing. Like, what the heck?
Yeah.
These don't look like
Jackie.
typical people I would associate with Scientology.
I hope this one's okay.
They were in La Poubelle and came out, you see. So they were in this. So whether they're Scientology kids.
Restaurant. They were in the restaurant. They could be Scientology kids. Yep, I got you. So punk Scientology.
I actually have the name of them as well.
Mm.
I do have their names, but I'm not going to say it on YouTube.
Okay. Wow, this is crazy, bro. And this is typical Scientology. If anybody doesn't know, Scientology will hire multiple private investigators after one person. They'll harass ordinary citizens. They'll dox ordinary citizens. They've done it to mainstream journalists. They've done it to average ordinary people. You guys gonna go check out the video where I flip it on one of those protesters outside of Clearwater. Not the protesters, the private investigators. Interesting. Look out! We got Todd.
Yeah, I know. It's mad, isn't it? And then he elbows him.
And he ran.
And runs like a little girl.
What a baby.
And he's at that point, that's when he says he had a gun. That's when he said he had a gun there.
Like
He
Starbucks.
ran immediately. He ran immediately. What the hell?
I was running to catch up to see where he's going, so this guy insisted on stopping me. Then he tried to grab me to stop me from leaving. He was grabbing my clothes. That's why I said enough. Take him to the ground.
So look, he's holding him to the ground. Now, in the UK, you're not allowed to do that. Absolutely not allowed to do that. You can't, if someone hits you, you have to move away. You can't engage. You can't take them down or anything. But here in LA, you can. Oh, where's his video gone?
You're saying in the UK,
Hopefully
if
we'll get it
someone
back in a minute.
punch him back?
No. Maybe I have to forward it a bit. Hold it.
That can't be right. That can't be right.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
That's insane. So this is what's going on. So this is what the modern tactics are. Oh, it's not working with the private investigator. Send our kids after them. We're sending our
I'm sure there are people here who have life-threatening stuff.
Look at his nose.
Holy shit.
Look at his nose.
Fuck, dude.
Do you know what I mean? So that's what he looked like with his nose. I mean, it's really like crazy, man. Just to that shows you just what's just. I'm just going to remove that because stop screen. There we go. Right, cool. Yeah. So that's what happened just on Saturday, and the police took ages and ages to arrive. Now, this brings me to the next question, and chatters, I need your help with this, because all I have found out so far on that is, let me just get there it is. This chap here, Aludo, this guy is called Aludo, and he's a cop in LA. Now, he is apparently connected, allegedly, maybe, we don't know, to Scientology. And this guy turns up at various if the police get called, this is one of the guys that turned up, and from what I gather from what the protests have been saying is this guy is connected, maybe allegedly, who knows, to Scientology. So we need to find out more information about Ludo. So if anyone in LA wants to know about that, I would really appreciate it. You can contact me on the comments underneath this. That'd be amazing. Also, you can find me in the PTS Discord as well to get the information on this, because I would like to know. So that's just Saturday.
That's insane. I mean, this is basically like updated tactics now, because before there were the anonymous went after him, and even mostly independent journalists. And then the mainstream caught on. They started dick riding what we were doing after the fact, like they always do. And then they even started doing that. Then it died down. You were holding the torch, keeping it alive, as were many others out there. And now, where there's, I guess, as Dave Chappelle would say, modern problems require modern solutions. And I mean, that kid he seemed like some of them, they look younger, maybe 17, 18, 19, whatever. That Harry Potter dude, he looked like a 20-year-old kid at least, maybe even older. It's tough to tell the copy of a copy of a copy of a copy. But I mean, it's just absolutely wild. And it's so funny because, if you got a tail light out, there would be a cop on your ass. If you got a rape kit you need tested, where's a cop? If you got a missing cold case, where's a cop? if you've got Scientologists running amok on people, missing people in Scientology, well, maybe we have to talk to our buddy Eludo the cop. Maybe we have to find out a little bit about that guy, find out his record, and do a little bit of digging. And again, if you're just joining, share, like, and subscribe. Give us a comment. Mrs. J's channel is pinned in the comments. Go over there, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. There's a whole bunch of really cool shit over there. Leave her a comment, let her know that the fakest of all, Michael, sent you as well. And please visit IamLronHubbard.com. That's IamLronHubbard.com. IamLronHubbard.com. Go check that out. And while you're over, you can make an amazing purchase, view an amazing website built by Mrs. J.
I did.
Amazing, crazy stories about myself and Mrs. J traveling the universe and destroying all the evil out there and cleaning up the Church of Scientology. And you can buy some funny, amazing merch. And what happens with some of the proceeds of that merch, the lovely Mrs. J, an intrepid Mrs. J?
It goes to the Aftermath Foundation, which helps people to get out of Scientology, which is www.aftermathfoundation.com. And you can help there, and you can also volunteer your services. So say somebody is trying to get out of Scientology and they need somebody to take them to the airport, for example. Boom, you know, they've got a database, and you can support that to help these people actually get out. Now, with things like this, I don't want it to be bad press. Do you know what I mean? This is something we've got to look at because it's been in the Inquirer over in the States. And I do believe LA Times has had a little bit of a fluttering with this as well. Here in the United Kingdom, The Guardian have been taken up the baton to expose Scientology here in the UK. So it'd be really good if over in the States, we actually got newspapers involved in this who were filming, or local TV were filming this. But are they bored of it? Are they, our local TV and newspapers bored of it? Well, let's get some new blood in. Let's get these people actually doing this. And if you contact them and email these people to try and get them involved in this as well as having live streamers, the more people, your regular Joe who just reads the newspaper or reads online papers, are actually going to see what's going on. And this is massive. The more people that we expose this to, the better. The more people that see that Scientology are child trafficking, the better. Because it needs to be talked about. It needs to be shared. It needs to be spoken about. And that's part of what we're doing.
More importantly, I need my house back. I need my I mean, yeah, it's a disgrace what they do in my church, but I mean, come on, we need to party here. But no,
absolutely.
We cannot, all it takes for evil to triumph is for good men and women to do nothing, as the famous quote goes. So now we've done our part. Mrs. J has certainly done her due diligence and tons of work on this. I really can't say enough about how awesome and hardworking Mrs. J is. And it's funny because men are supposed to be the go-getters of the civilization. That's what they say, anyways. But yet we have a disabled female out here outperforming all you men, right? And it's crazy. What do you even have chest hair for? Do men even have chest hair anymore? I think it's just me, Tom Selleck, and Burt Reynolds that have chest hair left in the world. Just kidding. And everybody that's part of Fake Micro News and a subscriber, of course. But besides that, yeah, you guys suck. Now, let's talk briefly about Michael Rinder. And then also after that, because everyone was so good, let's hit them with the new news that we got too, for sure.
Okay, so there's hoo-ha there is a bit of hoo-ha. And I'm not interested, just so you know, if anyone's watching this and wants to know about that, I've already said my opinion on all of the hoo-ha. Let's move that to one side, because what Mike's done today is he's actually revealed one of the new board members for the Aftermath Foundation, and I got an exclusively thing on that. So you guys are going to be hearing about this now. Let's do it.
Oh, I can't wait to change the title of this video.
I know, it's good. So breaking news today, a new addition to the Aftermath Foundation is a chap called Phil Jones. Phil Jones, his children are still still in Scientology, and he is desperate for them to get out. So Phil has joined the Aftermath Foundation as one of the board members for supporting people leaving Scientology and getting that money going in the right directions that it needs to go in. This is amazing news. This is absolutely fantastic news. Phil Jones is also the guy who paid for the billboard to go up on above, I think it's LA org it's at, and it's massive. And if you go to Mike's blog, you'll see some information on that. He's done a little thing on it, which is fantastic news. And that is what we want. You know, anything, as you rightly say, if we can do this with peace and with love and with hope, this is the right way to get people out. Literally. Because how they work is if you were to come at a Scientologist with aggression and the whole filming them and roaring at them, a Scientologist actually doubles down, a bit like a Christian would. If you're saying there's not a God, they go, there is, and they double down. It's the same thing in Scientology. They do the same thing. So if you're coming at it with your family miss you, your family love you, your family want you to be home, your family are there and they're not going anywhere. They're going to be there. When you get out, they'll be there. And there is no questions. There's just love. And this is so vital. This is so vital. And I really want to emphasize that. Oh, there we go. The billboard's opposite Big Blue. Thank you.
Yeah, totally agree. Got to be done with love. And then there are other, you always have to keep love a key element. And as I've mentioned before, I forget the gentleman's name and I apologize. I tried to go look and find it, couldn't find his name. I'll come across it again and I'll give him proper shout out. But this is a dude, I know him when I see him. He's an expert on cults and cult deprogramming. And what he says is obviously love. And then he also says, you don't tell people anything. You just ask questions. And what is this about? Fake Mike Real News, as I said earlier, is trying to create a more altruistic world through nonviolence and the Socratic method. Socratic method is just asking questions. And we're going to have to add love to that. We're going to have to add love to my mission statement now. With love. And then the intro's going to be me with hearts.
Yeah, you need one of those, you know, those Apple computers do that. They go like that and it just love, 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 love.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's going to be the new intro.
Yeah.
What Miss J is saying is so important. Those are the things, because people get reflexive and defensive when you're coming at that any other way. If you even think about doing it, don't do it that way. Use the Aftermath Foundation to do that. And then, Mrs. J, there's another thing I wanted to ask you about or talk to you about.
Yes.
There's one other thing here, guys. We're going to keep it under an hour here. So if you got any questions or comments, I'll look here in my chat. And if you guys want to go subscribe to Mrs. J while you get a minute, open up that other tab, like, share, and subscribe, hit the bell, give her a comment. It helps the algorithm, let her know that the fake Mike sent you, or just say whatever. We're going to reiterate everything we went over. We're going to talk about the protest. We're going to go over it all. And then if you guys are good and you stay tuned, I will give you my Michael Rinder impression. Never been debuted before. So guys, so let's rehash everything that we went over. Tell people about the protest, not tomorrow, but the next day.
You can go to www.iasprotest.com/March-13th. And this is on Wednesday. It starts at 12 p.m. Apostate Alex will be there along with a whole load of other people. It happens to be LRH's birthday, which is when I'm sure, yeah, it was didn't we do the website on his birthday? So it's quite a big thing, you know. It's like 2 years of the website, 2 years of this. So I mean, 2 years down the line, how amazing is this? And there are going to be loads of people there. Local's going to be there for me. And again, thank you, Local. He's in the chat. Thank you. And if anyone could please put Local's link in the chat. Any mods, can you get local experimentalist link? He's going to be there at 1 because bless him, he's working nights at the moment. So he's going to be there. Protest links, please go and look at all of the various links. You've got Denver Stevo, who's done a really beautiful piece in the last couple of days. You've got Streets LA, and also Chris the Hellcat, which I haven't got around to talking about, but he's I was going to show you one of his videos as well. He's done some really lovely stuff as well. I haven't even had time to talk to you about East Grinstead because that's another freaking thing. That is where everyone's meeting on Wednesday here in the United Kingdom. And talk to your local government. Email your local government. Tell them what is happening in your local area that Scientology are doing and how corrupt it is. These people are child trafficking. They are child trafficking. They're abusing people. And we're talking horrific stuff. These people are being locked up. They're being fed beans and rice. They're being made to run around a pole for 12 hours. They're being locked up in a little box where there's over 100 people in this box, and they're there. I'm going to say it, and I can't believe this is happening, but this is true. They're in there for years, not a day, not a week, years.
Literal worse than prison, literal torture.
Torture.
Very few things that are worse than prison, but Scientology, I mean, at least in prison, even if you kill like 9 people, you could still get visitations and see your family. You can still go outside every once. You can still like eat food. You can still see the sunlight. Like, and prison's terrible too, but because you guys know me, I don't even wish prison on my worst enemy for more than 5 years. So, I mean, this is crazy what they're being put into. And you guys, now that you know something is happening, these people need you. These people are counting on you. Because just imagine if you were sitting somewhere in a dark room getting tortured and you couldn't go anywhere for years, and there were people on the outside that knew something and they didn't do anything about it. So now if you don't do anything about it, bare minimum, share the video. But Mrs. J, I want to get final thoughts and also ways people can help. But because people have been so gracious and done an excellent job, and this impression, I will take it back if you guys don't share the video. Think I won't. Me and we're meeting with members of the Sea Org. What do you guys think? 1 to 10. Put it in the chat right there. I've been working on the micro render just for you guys. And I'll tell you what, in the next one, you guys will get to hear my Leah Remini. So yeah, how people help the most, because I want to keep this under an hour. Let's do another one next week.
Yeah.
Or actually, the protest is thing. We'll talk after this, and we'll see if we can get a recap like this weekend or early next week or something. My schedule's been busy. Your schedule's tremendous too.
Yeah.
So we'll figure.
Shoot. Oh, he's back. There he is. You popped off then. Did you press a button?
I didn't touch anything. I think it must have been members of the Sea Org.
Members of the Sea Org. Yeah.
Mike Rinder is always dressed completely fresh.
Question bipolar. Bipolar? That's really funny. Sorry. Polar Vortex. If you go to my last stream, but one, I think I talked about Mike Rinder in great length about all of the stuff that's been going on with that. It's none of my business, and at the moment what I see is a man doing his job, and that's where I'm going to stay with that one. Shelley Miscavige, if you don't know, we have found Shelley Miscavige. We do know where Shelley Miscavige is.
On the last video, and what we're going to do is can you make that the featured video on your channel? Or I'll put a link.
I could do what, the last one or this one?
The last one, so people can both. Well, either one. But what I'll do is I'm gonna put the video to the last, because but Mrs. J and the other people, they found Shelley Miscavige. The LAPD didn't do it. The FBI,
nope.
the NSA, the CIA, MI17, nope, none of them. Mrs. J and the crew.
We did.
So if you want to know where she's hiding, and maybe that's maybe that's a good location for a protest, a
I
non-violent.
really believe so, and I would push for that. That's one of the things that I would like to push for. Is that yeah.
Yeah, we need to have a rally there. Absolutely.
Yeah. And it's in the middle of nowhere. But we have found her, which is amazing. Really good news.
One other thing I will say too is if you're attending a protest, or if you, because you have a disability like Mrs. J, or a disability like me with my elephantitis of the penis, what you can do is you can call the local media and be like, hey guys, hey, did you hear? There's some crackerjack protesters out there, activists super hard out there.
Oh, hello.
Ball, and go check out what these guys are doing. And you can send, and if you, maybe you get nervous, maybe you're awkward like me about my micro penis, well, then just send an email. You can go to any of these websites, the local news, mainstream news, and say, hey, by the way, what do you think about this? Do you think it's important that there's people getting tortured, human children being trafficked, and the head of this organization has been missing for nearly 2 decades now? You might want to check into this. You guys are the journalists.
Well, he has been seen at Austin. He was in Austin last week, opening the Ideal Org in Austin, and loads of people protested it, which is, oh, sorry, one minute.
I'll talk about Shelley, yeah. And if anybody can get me some prior knowledge of where David might be, I have a few questions, a few pertinent questions I would love to ask him. So if anybody knows, I mean, I'm on the East Coast here now. I'm working 2 jobs, man. I'm about to work another one. But I will take a day off of work to meet my he's no Xenu, but he's like a baby nemesis. You know what I'm saying? And I will make that dude look so foolish without laying one finger on him. And so guys, when
we need to find him, Will. We need to find him, and you need to go up to his face. You need to go right up to him. Do you know what I mean? Because it's just not being done. And these are the things that are really vital, Will. We need to be finding David Miscavige. Absolutely.
We need to have a Where's David Twitter. We need to have a website.
Yeah.
The nerds out here to track this guy. Every time he goes somewhere, we just say, where's Shelley? Where's Shelley? Show us Shelley so we know she's okay. Show us Shelley. We the people want to see Shelley. And until we see Shelley, we don't stop yelling that at him or politely ask him. Politely ask him in a loving tone. I'll do the yelling.
This is it. This is it. You know, it's been a fast, great stream as always with you, Will, and I'm always honoured to be having a chat with you and sharing information and giving you guys over in the States what's going on over here. And I'm so proud to be part of what's happening here in the United Kingdom. There's so much that we can do here in the UK, but we have to do it with love, and we have to ask questions, ask questions, and support those people coming out, you know, and that's what we've got to do. And it's an absolute pleasure to have you on my channel. And hopefully I'm over on Facebook with you, aren't I? Is that right? On my YouTube as well?
You're on YouTube, but then something happened to my Facebook the other day, well, like a month ago, and it said, oh, you can't post in groups for 28 or 2 days, so many days. And I was like, okay, but I wasn't even posting groups. And they were like, we don't care, we hate you. And I was like, okay, cool. And then so that time period went by, and I still really can't. I'm like on Facebook, and I can get on Messenger, but I can't post anything. People could tag me. I can't get any notifications. So I'm gonna have to start a new Facebook. So guys, what we'll do is after this protest, in the next couple days, check out my community. Actually, check out my community tab, Mrs. J's community tab. We're gonna have a new Facebook, and we're gonna have also an update from Mrs. J. I want to say, Mrs. J, thank you very, very much. You're
welcome.
You made the awesome website, IamLronhubbard.com. If you guys don't know IamLronhubbard.com, one more time, that is IamLronhubbard.com. That website is amazing. The graphics, the visuals, the aesthetics, amazing. If you want to take a look at the stories, they're captivating, hilarious, tear-jerking. If you want to get buy some merch, that is hilarious and trolls the shit out of Scientology at the same time while you're supporting the Aftermath Foundation, helping people leave Scientology. I mean,
Yeah.
You're literally looking sexy as fuck. You're trolling Scientology and you're helping people get out of Scientology at the same time. That's a win-win-win. Oh, I
Absolutely.
do. No matter. So
that. Going back to Will, what you need to be doing is going to www.fakemikerealnews.com.
No. We're going to IamLronHubbard.com.
Oh.
And Mrs. J's channel is pinned in the comments. I'm also going to now, because I'm on my phone, I'm going to update it. Mrs. J's channel is going to be the #1 and only link, except #2. The #2 link is going to be the link to the video we did prior to this, where we reveal Shelly's location. And if you can put out there, and if you can organize a loving, nonviolent protest,
absolutely,
or get off your butt and do it yourself. Remember, guys, what we taught you here in this video: be polite, be loving, especially when you're going up to protest, and help out the Aftermath Foundation. If you can't get out there and do it, you got to donate, you got to send emails, you got to share the videos. That's how we do it. Mrs. J, thank you very much for your time. It's been a pleasure as always, guys. Go right now to Mrs. J's channel. It's pinned in the comment right now. Give her a comment and share her channel on all of the feeds. And one last thing, because I can't do this, because Facebook hates me for the second time. Go join, just type into the Facebook search bar, type in Scientology, and then go to this filter groups. Go to all the groups and get Mrs. J's videos out there. Get her channel, put her channel. Hey, this woman has been fighting tirelessly. Hey, check out this website. Hey, check out this video she did. And just spam this stuff. Do I have your word, guys? You do? All right, guys. Mrs. J, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
Keep this snapback a fake Mike. And now I'm going to go meditate about the sea out of the order.
Goodbye, everybody. Bye. Bye.